Welcome back, fellow milk drinkers, to yet another Monday Milk Review. My name is Jacob, and today we're going to be looking at a very, very strange flavored milk. This is taro flavored, and if you're not sure what taro is, trust me, I get that. I don't really know what it is either. I think it's kind of like a root, kind of like a potato or something. That's about all I know. That is literally all I know. I've seen pictures of it before, and that's the end of my knowledge. So we are going into this basically blind. I don't even know what color this is gonna maybe be. I can't tell you what it's gonna taste like, or even if it's gonna be close to what a real taro. Even if am I saying that correctly? I don't know this. Let's get straight into this. I found this at a random Asian grocer. Something weird about the can, it's slightly ribbed in the center. I don't know what that's about. Obviously the can is primarily pink with a little bit of purple detailing and some, what I would assume, are taros on the bottom. Let's open it up and check it out. Now, I did get a little quick peek. I think it's pink. I was hoping it would be purple. Let's give it a sniff. Whoa, that actually smells really nice. Alright, we're back after my camera just shutting itself off for whatever reason. It's unexplained and I don't know. Sadly, we've just missed the pour into the glass as well as perhaps the first initial smell test. But to give a quick rundown of the smell, it's quite a lot like vanilla. There's definitely a slightly earthy tone there that I can't really place. Perhaps that's what taro smells like. I'm not familiar with taro, so I couldn't tell you, but it's a very sweet smelling drink. Pouring it into the glass though, there was evident of a little bit of thickness. It's definitely not as watery as some long life milks, but it's still quite watery. The smell is very much the same, if perhaps a little less sweet smelling from when it was in the can. Tasting it so far, it's a very peculiar drink, kind of like vanilla malt, but at the same time, there's a new kind of sweetness and flavor to it. There's definitely just no way to describe what this is because it's a flavor that's completely foreign to me. If you like vanilla, you'd probably like this because it does share a very similar taste, but it's not vanilla. There's something else going on here, which I just don't really know. This one has a in-between of pink and purple, which is highly unique. I'd love to see a purple milk, but I haven't seen one yet. I've seen nearly every other color, honestly, but purple is one that I'm yet to see and want to see. In terms of its thickness, it's definitely leaning towards watery. It's not terrible, but it's definitely something you can put up with to experience the drink. Whilst it is an interesting flavor, I don't really know if it's a flavor I like. It's dangerously close to vanilla, where it feels just a little bit plain, to be honest. And that's not saying that there's something wrong with vanilla, I just prefer my really rich chocolates. If you like vanilla, or maybe if you know taro, maybe you would want to try this. I don't think it's an unpleasant drink. I think that the serving size is absolutely gargantuan. I could not drink that all in one sitting. That is a multiple sitting affair right here. This is a full 500 ml, which in other drinks I could do very easily, but when it's these long life ones, I just don't really feel myself reaching for them as often. There's just something that's missing when it's too watery. It's just not a milk drink, and it's not how I like them. Would I recommend you try it? Probably not. I don't think this is super worth your time unless you've got a vested interest in taro. Perhaps it's culturally significant to you. With all that said and done, I think I'm only going to give this a 5 out of 10. It's okay, but I wouldn't really be passionate about it, nor would I really go and urge anyone to try it. I think it's worth trying if you're interested, but otherwise you can skip this one. That about wraps us up for this week's episode of the Monday Milk Review. If you aren't following me on Instagram, you would have missed the polls to decide this week's episode of the Monday Milk Review. This was between the Golden Gay Time Cocoa Pops, Oak Choc Honeycomb, and Oak Banana. If you're interested in any of those flavors, let me know in the comments below, as it may steer me into doing one of those flavors over the others in the next week's episode. It was a tie almost between Taro and Golden Gay Time. Taro only had one more vote, but I really want to do what you guys wanted to see. I want to review them all, and they're all going to get reviewed, but it's just depending on what you want to see first. Be sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see you next week in the Monday Milk Review. Bye bye!